What's going on today, guys? I just want to get in here real quick to kind of touch on what I mean by faith over frustration, faith over fear. Because at the end of the day, we're human. Don't mind me, I'm getting ready to head out soon. Y'all can get ready with me though. But when I say those things, I don't mean that you're never going to get frustrated. You're never going to get afraid of something. You're never going to get nervous. You get what I'm saying? Because as Proverbs 3:5 reminds us to trust in the Lord all our heart and lean not into our own understanding. It's you just not allowing the fear to override what's going on. You're not allowing the frustration to override. And for those of you who do know me, my pride shows up a lot when it comes to being on time. I may have mentioned this before. If I haven't, then you know what I mean. When I know I want to be somewhere at a certain time and I've gave you my word, when it seems as though things are coming in my way to hinder that, I start getting extremely frustrated. And I hate to say it, but in moments like that, especially now more than ever and forevermore, it's like, who if people were to see me in that moment, who would they think that I'm representing? Me or Jesus? Me or the Lord? You know what I mean? And that's why I think it's so important, as what Paul says, to analyze ourselves, to examine ourselves. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it can get so hard well, not even hard, easy to neglect the fact that you're falling short because you always have the best advice to give, or you're always looking out and never in. You know what I mean? So in the book of Hebrews, it tells us to come boldly, not perfect, not knowing everything, not with all the answers. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I mentioned that verse, 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 12, so much, because it's a consistent reminder of what I have right now is enough. Again, I believe it's the book of Luke. It tells us, if those who faith over little will be blessed with much. You get what I'm saying? So with what you have right now, you're storing it and taking care of it, and not allowing yourself to rush and move all fast and mess things up because of how you feel or how you think it should be going. You get what I'm saying? It's faith over fear, faith over frustration, faith over pride. You're carrying that cross. You're constantly denying that flesh, because the flesh wants what it wants. And temptation is something that's everyone goes through. It's the giving in that makes it a problem. A lot of people, what happened is when they were tempted to anger, tempted into lust, tempted into whatever it may be, they think that's the sin. And due to that, since I'm already thinking it, I'm also already do it. You can rebuke that type of thinking straight to the pits of hell. But for people who are actually dealing with it, again, in 2 Corinthians as well, we gotta cast those thoughts down. But again, how can you cast down thoughts that brings yourself up to the knowledge of God if you're not in your word? You know what I mean? You're human. I've said it before. We have feelings for a reason. Our feelings can help us make a decision, but they aren't an authoritative figure in our life. They don't have authority. Unless, of course, given authority. You know what I mean? All of it is a learning experience. All of it. Because you'll be surprised the situations that are happening to you that are actually molding you. And sometimes things getting easier is the result of you not backing down. You continuing to show up. Of course, give God the glory first and foremost. But give yourself a pat on the back as well. You know, so we were designed with our emotions. We were designed with how we feel about things. So neglecting how God designed you because you're trying to be some trooper, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Again, it's faith over fear, faith over frustration. And again, in the book of Hebrews, it says, come boldly. Not perfect, not having all your I's dotted and all your T's crossed. Would that be amazing? Yes. Does that mean never learn anything? Absolutely not. But when you start getting lost in creation over the creator, now there's a problem. You know what I mean? So, I'll take that as food for thought and have a blessed day.